guys, this is not a formal call or anything. This is an informal call, so feel free to interrupt me or ask me any questions that you might have. We'll try to keep the call as engaging as possible. This is only the second time we're scheduling a webinar like this because over the last uh, month and a half, we've been getting an extraordinary positive reaction across social media, whether that is the informal social media, which is Instagram, or the formal social media, which is LinkedIn. We've been getting a great response, and we've been getting a massive support from NRIs, where we realize that this is a problem. There's a gap in the market that we're trying to solve, where we try to become the hands and legs of the non-resident Indians and try to source some really, really positive, really good opportunities for them here in India. Again, just to start off with, I think the biggest thing that I'm trying to accomplish is how do we build the trust between NRIs and LIO here in India? Because I myself was an NRI, and I'll share my journey shortly. But the main problem we're trying to accomplish is NRIs are looking for some trustworthy investment opportunities, and we are trying to be that platform which can source that for them. And it all starts with trust, it ends with trust. So I'll first start off by sharing my own journey with everyone here. So I'm a born and bred Hyderabadi. I was living here, studied here till I was 17 years old. At that age, I moved to do my undergraduation at Purdue University. I did my undergraduation in industrial engineering with minors in economics and entrepreneurship. Graduated when I was 21, applied to 250 jobs. That was the year when Trump was elected president the first time, and got two job roles. The first was a San Francisco-based startup called Motion Loft that Mark Cuban had invested in. And the second job opportunity was with a Fortune 500 company called Sanmina Corporation. It was a manufacturing partner for Arista Networks, Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Intel, etc. So I picked the second job, wanted to experience how corporate life would be, how a Fortune 500 would function so that the base corporate experience is very strong. So I was working in San Jose, which was the headquarters for the company. And I did that for a total of 4.5 years. Started as a subject matter expert as a manufacturing engineer on the floor. Got promoted twice. Ended my role as a senior manager on the national onboarding team. And towards the end of my stint there, did that for 4.5 years. And towards the end, I was a senior manager. I was responsible for 30 million revenue for the company, and I had a total of 112 people report to me across 5 different countries. It was a very enriching experience, and everything was going well. And it was during COVID that I had a long discussion with my father, and I decided that I was going to move back to India. And at that time, I'd applied for my MBA. I did my MBA from a top 10. The school is called IE Business School. That's where I met Nagaraj as well. And did my MBA in global business and strategy. And there was one course that I'd taken there which sort of put me on this journey. It was called Family Business and Families in Business. So the course of that, the structure of the course was more or less like how do you keep your family business sustainable, and how do you pass on the wealth to the next 3 generations, right? So it really motivated me to understand more about a family office and how do you set it up. And that's what I did once I moved back to India. Family office is a private equity firm that helps increase your assets and decrease your liabilities. It's like a pool of capital that you deploy according to a particular strategy, and that helps you diversify. So when I first moved back to India, everybody thought that I would join the family business. But then when I realized that I wanted to focus more on the uh, family office side of things, a lot of people were very intrigued, and a lot of people were very happy to understand how do I invest. So a lot of people were asking me for co-investment opportunities. So I moved back to India in 2022. It's been exactly 4 years now since I moved back. And for the first 6 months in 2022, I used to send long investment notes to everyone who asked me for a co-investment opportunity. I sent it on WhatsApp, sent it on email. And it used to be a very detailed note structured around why I like the opportunity, who the founder is, what is the founder's background, why I think there is a product market fit, what problem does that particular product or service solve, very importantly, what the exit strategy is, and how do we multiply our money. So I understand that people are busy. So what happened in my case is that leave alone people responding to the messages, many of them didn't even see this message sent out. And after doing this for about 6 months, I realized that value shouldn't be given out for free, and people get busy with their own lives. So that's when uh, a high-end business community called LIO, Leaders for India organization, took shape. So it was July of 2022 when we had formally launched this program, and we said this is and this is a very, very exclusive and a very active social community which boosts or shares investment opportunities to its members. And we realized that I also call it a social community because we emphasized more meetings, whether those are in-person meetings or whether they're online meetings. The soul of LIO is providing a community to for people to be a part of, and whether it is a business shower where we discuss ideas and investments into startups or other business opportunities, or whether it could be some recreational events, we do a lot of these things. So we started getting in a lot of really, really good, really strong investment opportunities to the members. And I'm very happy to say that as of today, we have a total of 157 members. And we had facilitated a total of 62.54 crores. And we have done that across 26 business opportunities and a total of 35 investment rounds. That means that for the 26 business opportunities, we had extended and gone ahead with the next round of funding as well. So when I was in the States, right, when I was in doing my MBA, I sort of did a competitive business unit on the different types of clubs which are available. And I could get it into three product categories. The first is uh, as many of you might know who are from Hyderabad, something like a Jubilee Hills Club or a Filmnagar Club or something like a golf club, which is mainly built over a particular sport, has a lot of real estate, and is built over the social networking side of things. The second types of clubs are the YPOs, Young President Organization, or Entrepreneur Organization EO, or Corporate Connection CC, which focus they're asset light. They don't have a physical space, but they focus a lot on uh, uh, building your on social events and conducting this president's ball and etc. The third types of clubs are what you see like a Hyderabad Angels or a Chennai Angels or a Bombay Angels, which are pure angel networking platforms. There are also some other angel networks which came up recently, which have 5,000 to 6,000 people on a WhatsApp group, but there may be 20 or 25 investors in them. So I took what I liked in each of these models to construct a LEO, and we realized that social aspect is going to be a very key in bringing people out of their comfort zone and help them into networking. We decided it was going to be an asset-light model. That way, we can experience more hotels or more restaurants while conducting these events. And we decided that the main motive of the entire organization is going to be investment opportunities. And it's not only going to be into startups, it's going to be a combination of startups, venture capital funds or hedge funds, and special category opportunities, which entail NCLT deals, pre-IPO opportunities, structured debt, private finance, tier two real estate, a combination of everything. So anything that has a solid investment thesis, anything that can help multiply our growth, which is backed by the right founder, these are the kind of opportunities that we look for. That being said, we have a very, very strict investment policy or investment criteria, especially because there's so many members and the members have placed their trust in us. So there are three rounds of investment uh, criteria that we follow. Uh, Firstly, the investment goes to a set of analysts internally on the team that's headed by Kiran, where They have access to professional tools like Traction, where they scour the internet to understand the financial details of the company. And I'll walk you through an example later on in the call as well. And the founder's background, what rounds of funding they've raised till date. And we check if the company is doing at least a minimum of 2 crores of annual recurring revenue. Uh, how good is the education of the founder? Do they have the ability to pivot? And what is their path to profitability? Apart from these, we check another 25 different business parameters, and we use our personal IP or knowledge that we've gained over time to come up with a LIO score, and it's graded out of a total of uh, 10 marks, and we give it a particular grade. Then it's moved over to our investment committee where we analyze the LIO score. Everyone gives their own again. And our investment committee consists of 6 team members. The first is from IIM Bangalore. He's also the managing partner of a early stage fund out of Indore. He has helped scale White Hat Junior from a 40 crore company to a 2,400 crore company, and also facilitated its exit. The second is a Forbes 30 under 30, who's building the largest student community in India right now with 6.5 lakh students. The third is a Bangalore-based startup founder. The fourth is probably the best chartered accountant and auditor from Hyderabad. The fifth one is was previously handling the South India hiring for automatic data processing (ADP), and the sixth person is me. And I come with my own set of background and my own set of strengths. And nobody has a veto in this group. Only if everyone approves it, that's when the opportunity moves over to the third step. And it's also important to note that unless everyone says yes, we have a very healthy discussion, and we don't move forward with any opportunity. The third step is where the real magic of LIO comes into place, where we send existing business opportunities or startup opportunities to the leaders of their particular industry, and these are all already our members. So members allocate maybe 1 hour of time every month. If there is an opportunity available, which I really want them to see, they're also very happy to explore this opportunity because they want to be on ground in their particular industry. So we send it to these industry experts who are school owners or hospital owners or industrialists, real estate folk, people with a lot of hands-on experience who built multi-million dollar companies. And they spend an hour or two getting to know the founder, understanding what the founder's product market fit is, and then they report back to us. And this is very interesting because if it's a really good opportunity and if they really like it, then we ask them to be the anchor investors. And if it's not a good opportunity, then we give them the reasons as to why the startup, the reasons as to why it's not a good opportunity and why we don't want to enter. And if it's a good opportunity, guys, we also make the LIO member as an anchor investor, and then we amplify it to the rest of the group as well. That way, everyone has all the information. And just to share some more information here, LIO is like a support system for all the members, where many of you are already HNIs, many of you have already come from wealth, and you have disposable income of about 15, 20 lakhs every year. So we keep sending these opportunities to you, and we keep being your backbone or your due diligence buddy, where we help you source opportunities and you can help by investing and growing your wealth. It's also important. The main reason why we've been working, especially in the US, is because many NRIs are looking to diversify their wealth. They're looking for trusted partners and they want to look at some good opportunities. That's where we come in and we provide that additional level of support. And we give you access to the entire due diligence that we do, and we keep it very, very open-ended. And we want to be your trusted partner in your wealth management journey. One very important point that I want to mention here is that after paying a membership fee, the money never comes from your bank accounts to LIO's bank account. So this is the only time When you become part of the network is when there is a membership fee that's involved. But following that, for the next 5 years, we keep sending you business opportunities, and money will only go from your bank account to the bank account of the opportunity. Why I'm stressing on the opportunity is because only 30% of our deals are startups, 30 to 35% are venture capital funds, hedge funds, and the balance 30-35% are a special category where, as I mentioned previously, we focus on structured debt, private finance, pre-IPO, NCLT. Uh, we do tier two real estate, etc. So that's and you will be issued shares accordingly for all of this. So we only have one membership model. We kept it as simple as possible. We charge an upfront fee of 3 lakhs, and for NRIs, there is no GST. So it is a fixed fee of 3 lakhs for a total of 5 years. And this fee is collected upfront. And this is more like a seriousness fee, just for us to make sure that everybody in the group are primed to make investments and everybody is ready to support us whenever there's an opportunity that's put in front of you. Again, there's no compulsion that you have to invest in each and every opportunity. You can just be a part of the group. You can add value. You can come to the events, but even if you don't invest in a single opportunity, that's absolutely fine. And we've kept it as free flowing as, and there's no attendance or things like that that's marked for every opportunity. And we focus on bringing over only HNIs, founders, CFOs, working professionals who are contributing positively to the society. So that's something that we try to bring in. And whenever you come to an event, we wanted to add value to you, add value to the rest of the community as well. We typically have two all hands meets across the year. One happens in April and one happens in October. And apart from that, we have multiple webinar sessions. We have in-person events. Like last month, we actually booked the entire theater to watch a movie for Sankranti. Uh, and on Saturday night, we actually did. I'll just walk you over one particular opportunity. So, how does Leo work, right? So I'll just maybe spend 5 minutes. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to answer that. If anyone has any specific question. Okay, I hope I've been able to explain myself. So I'm just sharing my screen quickly. And I'm just going to go over, just 1 second. Great. So is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So, as I mentioned, we are extremely transparent in what we do. So, here I'm sharing with you all the 26 opportunities that we have invested into. And then, if you can see, there are 9 opportunities where we did a follow on round as well. That brings the total to 35. And this is our journey over the last little over 3 years. And you can see the total facilitated amount here and the total number of members. It's right now we're at 157. We try to do 3 to 4 memberships every month, but there's no rule that we have to hit that. Uh, we focus more on keeping the membership very exclusive. And I'll just walk everyone through what are the different kinds of investments we've done till date. So
Monish, can I
I'll
ask you a question?
go ahead.
What does Leo investors column mean here? I see like 12 Leo members, one Leo member.
Yes, yes. I was actually about to come to that. So here on the left hand of the screen, you can see the month in which the investment was made. Then you can see the name of the company, which sector it belongs to, where the headquarters of that company are based in, what the total amount of money that has been facilitated, and how many Leo members have invested into that particular deal. So this is a full-fledged snapshot of what our performance report has been. So we try to think, okay, how can we best represent ourselves? And we realize it's only going to be through numbers and how much fundraising we've done. So if you can see here, 12 Leo members. In fact, for this particular company, it's only NRIs because XCD EdTech is going to be the first Gift City IPO from India. You can Google it as well. And 12 LIO members who are NRIs have invested into this company a total sum of 83.74 lakh rupees. So it was a little under $100,000 that we had facilitated. And there were different check sizes. The minimum check size was $5,000. And there have been a few people who's invested $10,000 and 15,000 as well. So it's a combination of everything where we facilitated this particular investment. So just to give a geographical representation of the LIO members, out of the 150 people, there are 114 people from Hyderabad. There are 35 people from the US. There are 5 people from uh, Canada, UK, and New Zealand combined. And uh, the rest of the 3 to 5 people are from Rajahmundry, Guntur, Vijayawada, and Warangal. So that's typically how our profile looks like. And the second one, as you can see, this has been taken into different tranches. So we facilitated an investment for a hedge fund based out of Hyderabad, and this has been a total of 23 crores. That's invested by 9 LIO members. So here the check sizes are much higher. The minimum investment is 1.3 crores. There were members who've invested 5+ crores as well with them. And this is not like an investment into a startup. This is just a wealth management tool. So whenever people have some excess money, they don't put their money in FD because of inflation. They park it here in the hedge fund, and the hedge fund gives them 0.75 to 1% returns every month. We've also facilitated a couple of real estate deals. We've purchased a 3-acre property in Shadnagar through a very well-known, renowned company called Siri Sampada. Its chairman and managing director is also part of LIO. We've invested into a real estate company called Soul Forest, which is right now doing a massive social impact effort to restore a 250-acre forest in the place called Veltur in Telangana. So it's about 3 hours from Hyderabad. If and all this information is available publicly, guys. If you can just go on to the Leaders for India organization website or on the Instagram page, you'll be able to see all this information. We also become a fund of funds, so uh, we also help distribute venture capital funds. So it's not like in your face marketing, it's very subtle marketing. So I wanted to get our LIO members to understand more of what a VC is. So on October 30th, when we did our previous full-fledged event, uh, we called um, we called the founder of T-Hub, Mr. Srinivas Kolipara. We called the managing partner at Zero Pearl, which is into D2C startup companies, Mr. Bipin Shah. Mr. Vishesh Rajaram of Speciale Invest from Chennai that invests exclusively into deep tech, space and AI companies. And we had a very, very engaging panel discussion with them, which was moderated by one of our team members, where they all explained their investment thesis and what kind of companies they invest into. And from this particular event, I was happy to report that we've gotten a massive positive response from the members who attended. We had 85 members attend that session, and many people have actually committed to Zero Pearl. So very shortly, I'll be announcing how much money we've invested into Zero Pearl. It's going to be close to 25 crores. So we're very, very happy about that. And also, guys, many times if you see here, if you see one LIO member, maybe out of 10 instances, out of 8 instances of them, it would probably be me. Like, for example, Zero Pearl, Nadi Bio, or Speed Labs. And the reason for that being, I lead from the front. I'm one of the main anchor investors of the entire community. And I'm not like someone like a bank manager from Axis Bank or ICICI showing you different opportunities. I'm more like if I really like the opportunity, I invest from our family office. And you be rest assured that I put my money where my mouth is. If I don't think an opportunity is worth showing, I won't even bring it to the members. So till date, out of 1,050 plus opportunities that we have reviewed and accounted for, if we've only invested in 26 opportunities. So that shows how detail oriented we are. If any information is missing or if we don't feel comfortable to the opportunity, we don't even bring it to the members. So we've done an investment into a distillery. We're right now uh, two Leo members, one me and another person. We've actually bought two villas at a very exciting uh, luxury villa project in Devanahalli. We have fundraised about 1.99 crores for Cloud Tailor. This has been the largest investment from Leo, and we were able to facilitate the second tranche, 1.34 crores, from exactly 11 months ago. We were able to pull that together within 8 days. It was the fastest round closed even for Cloud Tailor. We invested uh, at an average of a 60 crore valuation, and recently uh, the Fashion Entrepreneurship Fund that's managed by Karan Johar, Akshay Kumar, Malaika Arora Khan, Manish Malhotra had invested into Cloud Tailor at a 120 crore valuation. It's actually all over the news on a TV show called Pitch to Get Rich, and it's public information, and it's the largest televised investment on a Indian startup. In fact, it's a very funny story. It's by two Hyderabad-based startup founders, husband and wife, Sushmita Garu and Rudra Garu. And they went to Shark Tank, and none of the sharks invested in them. And then that's how we came into the picture, and they reached out to us. And I really liked what they were doing, and they had a beautiful technology that was supporting them. And we had invested in them, and we're sitting very pretty with the returns now. Similarly, there are a couple of edtech companies, couple of companies into sustainability. We've also done pre-IPO opportunities for NSE and Swiggy. We've also invested into Broadway. Broadway is run by Mr. Kishore Biani and Vivek Biani of the Future Group. It also has Rana Daggubati, a very famous actor from South India. It has Mr. Anuj Kejriwal of Anarok Real Estate and Apur Salarpuria of the Salarpuria Group, all coming together to envision the future of how brands would be selling themselves in offline stores. So it's similar to a shopper stop model, but with much more incentives and an app which earns coins. Big Bang Boom Solutions, which is a defense tech company that we had invested into across two rounds based out of Chennai. This has been our most successful investment till date. We invested at a 150 crore valuation. Today, this company is valued at about 4,500 crores. We've done more tech companies, a prop tech company, a couple of sustainability companies, and also me and another Leo member have actually invested into a movie. It's called Kida Kola. It's directed by a national award-winning director called Tarun Bhaskar, and we made a little bit of money on this as well. So this is a quick sneak peek into actually a very detailed look into what are the different kind of opportunities that Leo is able to bring to you, and what is the due diligence that we do for each opportunity as well. So I'll spend a little more time going over one of the opportunities. One of the very recent opportunities that we have done is Yummy Bee. So I hope everyone's able to see this. So I actually pulled this image out of the WhatsApp group that we had published, where we talk about Yummy Bee, which has been our latest. We're just closing in on this investment. So on January 29th, we put it on our WhatsApp group that we're very excited about this company, and what is the market size, why this is different. So it's focusing on the health food, and it's a QSR startup. The current annual recurring revenue of this company is 33 crore gross, and it currently has seven retail and seven cloud kitchens in Hyderabad, and in Bangalore it just opened a couple of additional branches. Some of its key highlights are its year-over-year growth, and from a store level EBITDA, it's 16%, and from a city level, it's profitable. And so the magic of Leo comes in as Zepto and Blinkit are last mile delivery apps. So they publicize 10 to 15 minutes of delivery. So Leo is like a last mile investing partner where we come in, we close the round within 2 weeks, which is probably one of the fastest across India. And how we do this is we spend time understanding what the companies, what the market is, have they achieved product market fit. We specialize only in pre-series A and bridge round funding. We don't invest at an idea stage. And we are usually not the anchor investor for the rounds, especially into startups. We understand who the anchor investor is. In this case, Mildeep Capital, which is a known family office from Hyderabad, and Mount Judy Ventures, who have already put in 14 crores into this round. And we come in that last 1 crore to 2 crore allocation to try and close the round. After us, LIO members enter, the round is closed. And essentially, that money is allocated to uh, elevate the company to the next level, and it's focused on raising the next round right after us. So we talk a little bit about who the other investors are and what the background of the founder is. So here in this case, the founder had built a 50 crore revenue startup. So always a second time founder is uh, uh, already understands the game and sees how to take the company forward. So we put in, for example, we put this company in our group on Jan 29th. We scheduled a call with the founder on the 7th of February, Saturday night. We had a total of 25 members who were initially interested, and 22 members attended the call. And out of that, there were a total of 10 members who committed a total of 1.6 crores. And we're right now figuring out how the members are going to invest. It's going to be a direct investment into the company. So this is an example of the entire life cycle of how a particular startup works in Leo. So from end to end, I'm just sharing an example of how we operate and how we work. And we've actually gotten a lot of support from the NRIs to they're very actively involved in Leo, and we keep taking a lot of suggestions from them on how do we improve the entire experience. And we also do have a mobile app. So once you become a registered member, you get access to a mobile app where we are the only business community that shows you who all the other members are. You can see what their name is, what their Leo membership number is, where they're based out of, and what occupation they have, what is their designation. And if any of your interests align with them, our team will help connect you. Oh, yes. So you asked me, uh, okay. So this is a very important question. So you asked, would you please take a minute to explain about the family office and how can we invest through family office into Leo? Uh, uh, so the family office is my personal family office. It's called mycap.in. You can take a look at it. I'm just putting it in the chat as well. So it's very, very simple. The funnel for us sourcing all the opportunities is exactly the same. Whenever I make an investment, I use my own personal family capital, which is from MyCap Investments. But when Leo is making an investment, it is not coming out of Leo's bank account, it's coming out of the members' bank accounts. So what you can think about is Leo is a multi-client family office where opportunities are shared for members to invest individually, or if they want to set up their family office and invest through it. I wouldn't suggest setting up a family office unless you have maybe 50 crore plus sitting in it. And that's something that even I'm working towards. To be a true family office in India, it's probably maybe having about 250, 300 crores in it. That's when the economics of it makes sense. But up until that point, it's better to invest individually or through your private limited company or other things. We can work through these things. So a family office is my cap investments for me. That's what I use for my personal family investments. And Leaders for India organization is a business community. So it's like a multi-client family office where these opportunities are shared. I hope I've been able to answer this question because this is a very, very important uh, question that you'd asked. Okay, perfect. I'm happy to hear that. I would love to. I think the core foundation of Leo is trust, transparency, and integrity. At that point in time, everyone gets the same deal. It's not like I get a special deal. including me, everyone gets the same deal at that point in time. And we have expert negotiators, including me, where we make sure that we get the best valuation, and we get that valuation because of the speed at which we make the investment in. The investor is benefiting here because there's a discounted valuation offered to LEO members. The startups or business opportunities are benefiting here because instead of them spending 6 months, leaving their company, going to fundraise in the market, we're able to facilitate these investments within 2 weeks. So they're also happy to bring us on board as strategic investors. That's how we arrive at a win-win through LEO. And that's pretty much our story. Uh, and if anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to answer them.
Sure. So, Monish, Satish here. First of all,
Yeah,
thank you so much for sharing the background as well as how you choose the companies. Lot of information you shared. Thank
yeah.
you so much for walking through it.
No,
So,
my
a couple
pleasure.
of questions I have is the
Sure,
first thing is that I think many people might have asked you about this. Maybe I'll put all questions, then you can group because answer could be more consolidated one.
sure,
First one
sure.
is that valuation of the companies. Like how do you keep us updated how the companies are progressing and how the valuations are increasing? Secondly, when you put a proposal about the companies, do you also give us an overview like what is the exit policy of these companies? Is it how much long the investment has to happen, like 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, any origin of the investments? And third, is it any, do you also classify the companies into risk category? Because some companies may be operating in a very competitive environments where there is a full throat competition and there's a very risk to default. Again, I'm not saying that way. So, do you also provide that kind of insights to us?
So thank you
Yes,
for
those are
asking
my
that.
three questions.
Thank you for asking that, Satish Garu, and I'm sure it'll help everyone else on this call as well. So the first question, the valuation of the company. So the valuation of the company is only determined whenever that company goes to the next round of funding, because all the companies or business opportunities that we're investing into are private companies and private opportunities. So it's not something that's available on the public market. So this is a different game. So how the valuation is determined is, so when a startup is growing or a business opportunity is growing, uh, since we come in for the startup opportunities, as I said, we come in the last mile of funding, right? So by the time we come in, usually 8 out of 10 times, the valuation of that round is predetermined. So we get and it again varies from industry to industry, and we know what the benchmarks are. Usually for Yummy Bee right now, it's trading at about 4x of revenue. But at the same time, something like a defense company of Big Bang Boom Solutions traded at maybe 100x of revenue when we entered. So the scope of each opportunity is different, and you be rest assured that we'll do the complete due diligence. We'll take feedback of market experts. We'll send it to third-party due diligence. So all this costs money, right? So we're going to spend maybe a couple of lakhs sending it to the right valuation metrics partners and the due diligence folk. Once we get the report, once we are satisfied, saying that, okay, even if we invest into this company at 150 crore valuation, this has legs to run to an 8,000 crore company. That's when we even think about investing into the opportunity. And when you say, and that's when we bring it to the members. And typically, my investment style is when I walk into understanding a particular opportunity, I'm completely on the left end of the scale saying, I'm never going to touch this opportunity. If that founder is able to bring me from that left to complete right, where I'm like, yes, I'm going to invest, that's always a very positive sign. And another thing that you'd asked is how do you keep us informed about the updates? So depending on what the company is, we try to do monthly or quarterly updates. But for us as a part of LEO, mandatorily every month we have at least one touch point with the startup founder or the business opportunity just to understand where the company is doing, if they need any help strategically, if they need any help in networking, and we are able to bridge that gap. See, again, it's always going to be demand and supply. For example, a real estate opportunity will be treated very, very differently than a startup opportunity. For a real estate opportunity, we'll understand what the market price is there, how much discount we're able to get, what is the geography of that opportunity from the last 40, 45, 47 years. And if we think that it still has legs to run, we do things like this and then move forward with any opportunity. So that's the first question. The second question is what is the exit policy, and do you share that with the people, and what is the origin of investments? So again, it's not a one size fits all. Everything is super open. There have been instances where money has been transferred from US bank accounts. There's been instances where money has been transferred from NRO accounts based out of India as well. So it's a combination of everything. It all depends on what the opportunity is and how we see its upside going. But the minute you transfer the money to any opportunity, shares will be issued accordingly to that particular company. And there's no compulsion to invest in any opportunity. First, we get the opportunity, we do the due diligence. After that, there have been instances where people are like, I love this opportunity, I'm going to get in, but we stop them right there. By principle, we make sure that all the members who are interested in that opportunity meet the founder or the company, or there's an in person meeting that is arranged. And only after the members are convinced that, yes, this is the right person that we want to back, that's when the investment is spoken about. And I just want to reiterate that money will always go from your bank account to these opportunities, and shares will be issued accordingly. See, exit policy is something that I stress more on rather than what the entry is, because until we get an exit, everything is just paper money. So we are an exit first organization. To give you an example, out of 28 investments I've made from my family office, you can see all of them in the website I've posted in the chat. It's called MyCap Investments, Mohnish Yerra Capital Investments. We have exited 5 companies till date, and we've exited 2 companies with a partial successful exit. You can see all the details of that on the website there. So we are very, very focused on exits. And I believe in uh, uh, getting those exits. Uh, I mean, now is better than later. And then I always look for getting into more opportunities, because you really don't know which opportunity is going to give you 100x. And we also do mention everything in the detailed investment note that you can see. What I had showed you was an investment highlight document, but then we actually made a detailed investment note on our Leaders for India organization WhatsApp group, and told them about what the exit policies and everything to the members there. The last thing is, if you categorize it in different risk categories, so if you can see the everything that I have shown, not only do we categorize it just in terms of risk, we also categorize it in what is the minimum allocation that you might give from your portfolio to these opportunities. So it can start off with as low as 5 to 10 lakhs. Typically, we do pure startup investments here. It's more like if this opportunity goes, it goes really, really big. Then about 25 to 30 lakhs is when there's a startup company, but it's more matured, and it's going for Series A, Series B next. We try to get information about who the next round of investors are who are coming in, who are the VCs that are coming in, and if we're confident, we get those opportunities in that ticket size. Something in 50 lakhs to a crore is mostly hedge funds and venture capital funds, where at this level, you're giving your money to an uh, uh, expert venture capital fund, where it generates this money from 100 HNIs like us, and they invest it into 20 or 40 startup opportunities, only startup opportunities based on their thesis. And then maybe 20 of them will fail, maybe 10 of them will be the same valuation, and then the last 10 of them are going to scale 100x or 150x. If anything is maybe 3 or 4 crores, it's most probably going to be real estate investments, which are much lower in risk. And right now, it's a great time to pick up land in Hyderabad and Bangalore. So, and we sit with each of the member before that kind of an investment is being put in. We sit down and we understand how long they can park the money there. Typically, for a real estate project, it could be as little as 1 to 2 years. But for a startup company, it could be as long as 3 to 5 years, and we try to get an understanding of that before making the investment as well, and we're super transparent in sharing these details. In fact, we push for explaining all these details beforehand, especially for startups, because they're much higher risk. So Satish, I hope I've answered all your
Oh, no,
questions.
thank you, Manish, for giving complete detail. Thanks a lot.
Yes, no, no, my pleasure. Happy to do that. In
Yeah,
fact,
I yeah.
just as an example, I was on calls till about 2:30 a.m. last night, and we were still figuring out configuring the Yummy Bee deal. So I was speaking to a lot of NRIs and trying to understand their personal risk appetite and what is their allocation metrics. Based on that, I was guiding them. So think of me more like an expert wealth manager who's also managing a very solid family office here. So it's someone sharing my feedback who's actually doing it real time. Go ahead, Ravi Garu.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you, Moni. Um, Mohnish. So, కొన్ని questions ఉన్నాయండి. So the questions I need is, so once we become a member, so
Yeah,
the immediate onboarding process will start something. So how many opportunities will be going to present on quarterly basis, or maybe monthly, or maybe yearly? Because membership holds for 5 years. కదా? So every quarterly, any members, any opportunities present చేస్తారు. So
yeah,
opportunities అనేది, this is what I'm looking. After you are filtering everything,
yeah,
and you are bringing only the finest things that you can believe
yeah,
is the next potential companies.
yeah,
అట్లాంటివి అన్ని ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు. How many you are going to present to us? And yeah, maybe
yeah.
you can pick up like a quarterly metric, or maybe yearly metric. అట్లా
Yes,
అదొకటి. Next thing, if you release the funds for investments from my bank account to the founder bank account, is any other cost involved other than investment?
yeah.
For example,
Good question.
25 lakhs, 20 lakhs
Good question.
పెట్టాను. Yeah.
Good question.
So, yeah. And what kind of a legal documents is paperwork will be between is the contract between myself and the company, the founder, right? The company. So, Atlantic legal, plus what are the impacts and taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, these three questions, sir. Yeah.
All great questions, Ravi Garu. Thank you so much for asking, and I think it will help everyone else in the call here as well. So we'll start off with the first one. How does member onboarding happen, right? So first, once the commercial formalities are completed, which means 3 lakhs is paid to our LIO bank account, you'll be assigned a membership number and you'll be added to the WhatsApp group, and your registered mobile number will get access to our app as well, where you can see who all the other members are. All the opportunities will be posted on the WhatsApp group, and if you're interested in one opportunity, a separate temporary WhatsApp group will be created to coordinate the next steps. Uh, on a quarterly basis, how many opportunities are coming in? So typically, I can't promise anything here and it. Typically, on an average, if you see how we've done the last 3 years, on a quarterly basis, there is at least two opportunities that are provided. That is absolute minimum. And when I say two, we also have some recurring investment opportunities. Like, for example, if there is something like Zero Pearl, which is a VC, it gives us 10 months to raise money. So there is something called a first close and something called a second close, which happens within 10 months for them to raise 250 crores. And for example, if we're doing a real estate opportunity, that could be maybe 1 or 2 months. Right now, we're working very closely to support a luxury villa gated community in Bangalore. And for this, it will be different phases. So every 3 months, the price will increase. So whenever the members are comfortable, they can get in. Next is if there is something called White Space Alpha, that is something that's a recurring hedge fund opportunity that's available every month. It's only for the startups which maybe have a timeline of maybe about 2 weeks for someone to invest into it. And there's absolutely no guarantee, Andy, that even I'm being very honest with you. If I'm not happy with any opportunities in 3 months, I will not send a subpar or a below average opportunity to you. I'd rather hold on and hold your money to invest in the next greater opportunity. So there's internally, we've never had a minimum maximum of quarterly opportunities. What opportunities are there? We sit and we work with you on those. And one thing I guarantee with you is, um, for me personally, I imagine any investment to come in, there's actually a point that we look for in 25 different business parameters. We check it as if it's our last 10 lakhs. If we have our entire net worth is 10 lakhs, would I still invest my 10 lakhs in this company? That's a metric that we follow as well to understand whether we want to go ahead with it. The next is what are the costs involved? So for the members, there are absolutely no costs involved. After paying the membership fee, unless there are any for particular VC companies, there could be some processing fees of 1 or 2% if you want to invest in that opportunities. But apart from the membership fee, whenever you're investing in any of the startups, any of the real estate opportunities, money will go directly from your bank account to the uh, to the it will not go to the founder's bank account, and it will go to the company's or the opportunities bank account, and the complete value of your money will be provided. That particular company will provide a success fee to LIO, which could be maybe 2% or 3%. That is how LIO stays relevant and LIO stays sustainable. And there'll be no cost impact to you based on your investment. If you invest 25 lakhs, you'll be given shares worth the full 25 lakhs. The next, what are the legal documents? So there's something called a shareholders agreement. Whenever you make an investment into any private company, there'll be a shareholders agreement that you will sign. It's called an SHA. And based on that, your investment will transfer. For example, if you're doing a VC investment, then there's something called a contribution agreement that you have to sign. And if you're doing a real estate investment, then you make an advance investment, and then the land or the property gets registered in your name, and then you do the balance according to the cost structure. So every particular opportunity is different. And you please be rest assured that we have a full-fledged legal team. We have legal advisors. They're checking all the documents, and they make sure that the shareholder compliance is protected. And you can see those documents also. You can see how a term sheet works. Everything will be provided to you beforehand. The more questions you ask, the better. And unless that trust and transparency is established, we will not proceed with the investment. We will not let you proceed with the investment. The next one is, what is the tax impact? I think Mr. Satyaprakash is also asking. I'll answer both the questions together. So tax, unless it is a hedge fund where taxes have to be paid at a fund level, which is 42% in India. Unless it is that one thing, whether it is real estate, startup, or any other opportunity, all taxes will be paid at your end only. So let's say you invest 1 crore, and then that 1 crore becomes 2 crores. Depending on the tax bracket that you fall in, you have to pay your taxes at an individual level. So Satyaprakash Garu has asked, how would it be different if we invest through your individual account or private company? The only thing would be in taxation only. Like from an individual account, like I fall into the 39 to 42% tax bracket, so I pay that at my individual account. If you invest through a private company, then obviously whatever excess cash you have after paying your 25% taxes in a private limited company, you'll have to you can make those investments. But then when you pull that money out, then you have to pay taxes on that. So it all depends on your personal accountant and your auditor on how you think that tax optimization works. That can be done better at your end. We'll be more than happy to guide you on if you have any specific questions. We'll be more than happy to guide you with our vast team. But taxes are usually taken care at the individual level itself. Our job is to make sure that your investment is growing 10x or 100x. So that's what I can promise. We cannot get rid of the tax man. Yeah.
Yeah, we completely get that, Sanjay. Yeah.
Yes.
Usually
Yes.
people from NRIs, probably I don't know, maybe they are funding through LLCs here.
Yeah.
LLCs నుంచి చేస్తుంటారు.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
questions, Ravi garu. If you have any more questions, we'll be happy to answer. If any more questions, Rohit garu, Nag, Nimisha would love to answer your questions if you have any. Manas garu.
Hi, I have a few questions. Like,
Sure,
so
Nag. Go ahead.
I mean, this might sound dumb, but so in terms of returns, so what kind of returns can we expect? Like, it beats the market returns or Gift City returns, like that.
Nag, why don't you ask all your questions and I'll answer them one by one.
I have many, so I thought.
No, keep going,
okay.
keep going. I'll
Okay.
just note them down.
Yeah, some of these might be sounding dumb because I'm not.
Nag, there are no silly questions, buddy. There are no silly questions. You please
Okay.
ask all your questions.
Okay, can we withdraw the? I mean, can we ask to withdraw or terminate the contract before the agreed end date?
Yeah.
And do we get monthly, quarterly returns? And what other benefits do we get as a LIO member?
Yeah.
What's the minimum returns we can expect, or that so far based on your journey?
Yeah.
In case of loss, how LIO responds to those situations?
Yeah.
and in terms of legal issues as well.
Yeah.
And any specific NRI related support that you can provide.
Yeah.
And can we refer others? And if so, what is the eligibility?
Yeah.
And apart from investments, what other ways can we associate with LIO?
Yeah.
Yeah, is this legally recognized by government, this
Yeah.
format of investment? So once we become a LIO member and get our membership done, we transfer the amount to the target opportunity. What is expected from us? And can these investments be made in installments or one time? And what does this 3 lakh membership fee include?
Great. Yeah. Great.
What
So,
sectors usually give higher returns?
okay. So got it, Nag. I've just made a note of all the questions. So I'll first start off that they're actually really, really good questions, and it's very important for me to answer these. The first question you asked was, how are the typical returns? Is there a minimum in return that we would get, or how are the market returns? Nag, it varies from opportunity to opportunity. There is no guarantee in any of the investment. We're all making investments into private companies here, private limited companies here. So there could be opportunities which give you 30% returns per year. There could be opportunities which give you 300% returns per year. So there is no guarantee on how much money we would make. One thing I would tell you is, because of the massive due diligence that we do across different levels and we send it to experts, as our history, so we can only predict our future based on our history. In the last 3.5 years, we don't have a single write-off. So there's not been a single loss. There's not been one company that has gone to zero. So that is our track record. So we're extremely conservative in how we pick opportunities. And see, at the end of the day, it all is based on the founder. If you really like the founder, if the founder really wants to grow the company, they will make it work, because at 30, 40 crore valuations, it's very easy to go to 200, 300 crores with the right VC money coming in. The second thing is, can you withdraw your money? So again, I'll just split the things into two different categories here. So first, let me answer all your questions from a startup standpoint. Next, I'll answer the questions from a venture capital fund or a real estate standpoint. So let's say now we're only talking about a startup. If it's a startup, Nag, so there are three ways on how you can withdraw your money or get an exit. They're both one and the same. The company has to go IPO, which is initial public offering, or the company has to go for a merger and acquisition where shares will be swapped with a much bigger company. The third is something that is called secondary shares. So in a company, there are two rounds. So one is called a primary round and a secondary round. So let's say a company is raising money in the market. Investors pay money to that company to get shares. That's called a primary round. Money will go into the company's bank account. Company will use it to grow. The second is called secondary shares, where some existing members want to sell their shares to another member. So this also can be facilitated by LIO, where we say, okay, there is this company and the member wants to exit his shares. But typically, you please understand that secondary shares are available at a 20 to 25% discount. And that's a market standard, because money is not going into the company, it's going into the pocket of the seller. So this is typically the market practice, and it's easier with LIO. It's very difficult to find secondary shares out in the market. But with LIO, because we already have 157 members in with us, it's easy for us to find these kind of deals for you. The next one you said is there monthly and quarterly returns? So for startups, you'll get monthly and quarterly updates. You won't get monthly and quarterly returns. It'll take 3 to 5 years to get an exit. But for a venture capital fund, for example, yes, you can get monthly returns, but the minimum check size for a venture capital fund or a hedge fund will be much, much higher. For a venture capital fund, again, it's going to be a 5 to 8 year journey. For a hedge fund, for example, or if you're investing in a mutual fund through us, we can support with everything. We can guide you and tell you what the best fund is in the market, understand how much holding capacity you have, and then suggest. There, for a hedge fund, you can get monthly and quarterly returns. Next, for the fourth question is, what are the other benefits that you get for the 3 lakhs of membership? So one thing I can say is that 3 lakhs is more like a seriousness fee. for 3 lakhs, you get entry into this exclusive club and you get services for 5 years. We show you investment opportunities and social networking opportunities. Uh, Again, what you get is you get an access to a club where all the other people have paid 3 lakhs. So you know that you're speaking to HNIs, people of quality. It's there's a difference in someone who buys a C class and someone who buys an S class, and we pride ourselves in being that S class. So that's the differentiating factor. There are some other benefits. I don't really want to sell myself as a Sodexo coupon because, like, for example, there are members who own Telangana Spice Kitchen in our community. There are other restaurants. We have partnerships with some resorts. So you get 15, 20, 30% discounts. We have tile manufacturers. We have someone who, I mean, there are school owners. There's a lot of social capital that's exchanged. But you can't actually put a value on that. Once in a while, these things keep happening. So that's another thing. We try to make sure that all the benefits are updated on the app as well when you can see it, where you can go show that you're a LIO member and you get a particular discount. Then the fifth one is what happens if there is a loss and what is illegal. So before getting into any opportunity, especially if it's startups, there's a very good chance of it being a loss. So that's explained beforehand. And if the opportunity goes to zero, that's it. The money is gone, not only for you, for me as well, for the other members as well. There's nothing we can do at that point. So again, let's say for example, if you put 1 crore into a venture capital fund, right? By the design of how a venture capital fund works, they will take that 1 crore, they'll combine it with another 150 crores from other 150 people like us, and they will have a thesis. They'll invest into 40 companies. As I said, out of 40, 20 will anyway go to zero. But that other 20, maybe 10 will be consistent, will be at the same valuation. The other 10 will go to 100x. So that's how you make up for your losses and you be into extreme positive. So it's a law of distribution that works here. The number sixth one is, are there any NRI related benefits? Yes, one big benefit for being an NRI is in India, there is GST. So in India, the membership actually costs 3,54,000. But for NRIs, GST does not apply. It's an export service. So for you, you'll get the membership at 3 lakhs only. The next is, can you refer others? Yes, we're always open to giving preference to members who are referred, but there is no concept of a referral fee or anything like that. This is not that type of a community. It's not like a BNI where you get some points for making referrals. If you make a referral, we'll still go ahead. We'll meet the person one-on-one. We'll try to understand what their background. We'll try to understand if their profile is the right fit for LIO. If they can help us, we can help them, and that's when we collaborate. But I'm sorry to say there's no such thing as a referral fee that we've ever deployed. Next is, what are the other ways that you can associate, right? So we're a very, very inclusive community, and we focus a lot on having social interactions with members. So many things that NRIs have told me is, I've not been in touch with India for a very, very long time. And I've lost touch with, I don't have a friend circle there. I don't have a community there. So we become that bridge for you. And if at all in the future you decide to move back to India, we'll be rest assured that you'll start off by having 156 friends, and you can collaborate, you can work together, you can discuss ideas, keep meeting them, bring your family along for these events. Like recently, on 18th of January, we booked the entire theater at AMB Cinemas, the private launch, and we showcased Manashankar Varaprasad Garu movie there for our members. So people came from the ages of 6 to 65, 70. They came, they enjoyed the movie, they interacted with each other. Then we recorded a testimonial video that we actually sent it to Megastar Chiranjeevi Garu, and he saw it and he thanked us for it. So there are multiple things like this that we can do, many social interactions, and as well as being part of a very premium community that can help each other out. You can grow and you can collaborate. For NRI members specifically, if there are any startups that are looking for some support expanding into the US, you could be that conduit, or you could be that strategic investor who's helping them source for opportunities there. There have also been instances where people discuss some commercial terms with those startups as well, and that's completely on to you and how much time you can allocate to it. The ninth one is it legally registered? Yes, absolutely. LIO is a private limited company. There's a set membership agenda that is written clearly. We have an invoice that is given to you after the payment, which shows the term of association and how long we are there. And we do have a registered GST number. So yeah, everything is absolutely legal, and everything is absolutely in bank to bank transfers. And again, as I said, right, money is only coming in for the membership fee. So that's more like consulting services that we're providing. And then after that, all the investments go to the respective company. All those companies also will make sure that the legal verification is done way before your investment. The last one is, can you pay in installments? So usually for startup investments, you won't be able to pay in installments because it's like a 2 week window, and if there's a cost structure associated with it, by the next installment itself, the startup's value will be much higher than previous. But if it's something like a villa project where you're buying a villa or a real estate project or something else, yes, there'll be a very detailed cost structure, cost sheet, which will be given for 18 to 24 months. And you can assume that in any of the opportunities that you get, right? Like if you go out as an angel investor and if you're looking to invest into the opportunities, the price that you pay for that versus what you pay for LIO would be, for LIO, it would be much lower because we negotiate as a syndicate. So if you've seen the movie Pushpa, I typically use this example. Initially, when someone is trying to move the sandalwood across the police checkpost, they keep paying a bribe at each checkpost, and it's very, very fragmented. But then when they form a syndicate, not only are they able to get through very easily, but also they save a truckload of money by doing that. So I'm not saying that we're doing anything illegal, but I'm saying that we leverage that wholesale deal making process, and we leverage that opportunity of creating a very, very strong syndicate. And because we've been able to put together this league of extraordinary gentlemen and women, we get some market preference. People want us on their cap table, and they're able to give us this. They're able to give us to access to these closed door opportunities. So yeah, I hope I've answered all your 10 questions, Nag. Okay, great. Thanks for
Thank
that
you.
thumbs up. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Great. And one other thing is, see, we already have 40 plus NRIs who've trusted us across the globe, and very soon I want to do a tour to the US where we're spreading the message of LIO more, because the more people who join, the stronger our community gets, the better access to deals that we get. And even if you check online, right, we're very open about the kind of investments we've done and what returns we've made. So as I said, there's some opportunities where the valuation is 2x or 3x. There's some opportunities where one opportunity where we're sitting on a 30x as well. And we really look forward to gaining more NRI support. Hopefully, in the next couple of years, we'll be at 150, 200 NRIs. But we're also actively identifying partners in Bangalore, Indore, Gurgaon, and Mumbai to start getting members there as well, because that way we'll have access to opportunities in those cities as well. And that's when LIO can properly sort of be a full-fledged Indian niche wealth manager. So that's our goal. That's what we want to do. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of LIO. And I think going forward, how we can do this is all those who are interested, because I actually am very regular in the NRI group. So there is our Leaders for India organization, the company mobile. So anyone who's interested, if you want to become a part of LIO, even if you have any more questions you want to get answered one-on-one, please call the mobile number that's given here. And if anyone wants to speak to me, I'll be more than happy to get in touch through the mobile number as well. So Satyapaka, actually, in full transparency, right? See, last year we were selling memberships of 3 lakhs for 10 years. And this year we started with 3 lakhs for 5 years. And obviously, the more time you wait, the more exclusive this membership is going to get. So yeah, please don't wait on the sidelines. If you really want to start investing, make a difference, join the community, and I'm sure we'll be able to grow from strength to strength right there.
That's a huge change, right? 10 years to 5 years. So
Yeah,
that's a
because I realized
big
that
hurdle. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, Ravi Garu, because I realized that one, land prices which were 10 crores before an acre now are 100 crores an acre. And the second is I wanted to keep the membership more exclusive, and also the costs weren't making sense to me to keep such a high-fledged community in place, managing that, plus the analysts that we have uh, and hosting these events and everything. It was not making economic sense to me also. So it was a double-edged sword. So I made that decision, and we've been able to get members even after. And one thing I can say is it's only going to go up from here. And it's not that I focus on number of memberships. I focus on how much value I add to the membership. So the 62.5 crores that we've invested would easily be worth 200 crore plus today. So when there is value, I think people do recognize that. Of course, there is definitely a pinch that maybe if you reached out to me 6 months back, you probably have the membership for 10 years.
Yeah,
But I think that's the cost of inflation.
the cost of inflation, yeah, right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
And
Yeah.
the reason why I'm very open with everyone
Mm.
is that whether it is you, whether it is me, whether it is even if it's a celebrity, the cost is the same for everyone. And unless it is equal for everyone, we don't, that trust won't be formatted as well. So that's what we're focusing on. In fact, to give you more background, when we first started this, when I didn't know whether this idea was going to work or not, we started at 2 lakhs for 10 years. So
Mm.
from 2 lakhs to 10 years, it grew to 3 lakhs for 10 years. And then we did about 50 memberships, and now it's 3 lakhs to 5 years. And it's only going to go up. It's probably going to go up to 5 lakhs for 5 years also. But then people are not going to pay this unless we show massive value in the kind of opportunities that we bring. So you're looking at it saying it's 3 lakhs for 5 years. But then, for example, in one particular opportunity, whether that might be one of our sponsors, that Audi, if you're buying a 1 crore 55 lakh car, if you get it for 1 crore 50 lakhs by being a LIO member, you're saving it on in one transaction itself. Not only that, but if, for example, you're investing in a villa project, outside price is 3 crores 60 lakhs. For LIO, it is 3 crores 50 lakhs. You're saving 10 lakhs there itself. So that's the kind of value that you'll get by being a part of a premium community that we're trying to unlock.
Yeah.
So, and one other thing that I want to mention is just someone who asked me a question, is that there's only a one-time payment that we take in, and it is once you decide you want to move forward, the 3 lakhs comes to our bank account. We issue the invoice. Then we ask you to fill up some questions about you and your background and your LinkedIn profile. We verify it, and we add you to the WhatsApp group, and you get access to the mobile app. We don't have any installments for the membership. It's a one-time fee that we take in, and we welcome you to the community, and then the investments are shared in real time. We also have something called a LIO Day, where every once a month or once every 2 months, we uh, invite all the members to come meet us, or for NRIs, we schedule a separate webinar to come and speak to us about one-on-one or within a group about different events or topics that are of interest, and what the market trends are and where we can do some investments. Other than Yummy Bee, do we have any other ongoing opportunity? So, Satyaprakash, unfortunately, right now, Yummy Bee is also closed because I said 2 weeks, right? And it started on Jan 29th, and now we're closed by Feb 15th. Yummy Bee will be done for. And for the 85 lakh allocation, we actually have 1.5 crores worth of commits. So that's the level of trust that the members have put into us. And do we have any other ongoing opportunities? So there are 3 startups that we're currently reviewing behind the scenes. At any given time, between me, Kiran, we'll have 3 or 4 companies that we're reviewing. So once they're ready, once they've come to fruition, we'll bring it to you. It could be maybe as early as Feb 15th, or in Feb 25th, we'll bring it to you. If we are satisfied, if it crosses the due diligence. Of course, there are opportunities like Whitespace Alpha, the hedge fund is open. The real estate opportunity in Bangalore is open. Zero Pearl, which is a venture capital fund, that is open. So all opportunities are ongoing. Those are recurring opportunities that will be there. You have to join to understand, to get into those details. Again, why 10 years to 5 years, right? I just want to explain to everyone, why is this not a yearly membership, right? See, startups, any business opportunities, they're more of a patience game, and any business that you invest in, it's going to take some time to mature, some time to grow, and that typical timeline we observed is going to be 3 to 5 years, which is why we're doing it only for 5 years. And also, when we took feedback from our members itself, they were like, yeah, 10 years is too long. I don't want to stay associated for 10 years. So rather than me increasing a 3 lakh for 10 years membership into a 6 lakh for 10-year membership, they preferred let's do 3 lakh for 5 years itself. And then we'll go from there. So that's why it's right now 3 lakhs for 5 years. So I hope that answers everyone's question. We were trying to, and we're a very flexible organization, right? We take a lot of real-time feedback from our members. I try to be in tune with what the expectations are. When I first started the community, we had nothing to do with real estate. And today we're actually raising a lot of money for real estate. And that's something that the members wanted us to do. So I think that's a very, very detailed, in-depth review of how LIO works and functions. And yeah, I look forward to welcoming you to the group. I think after this, whoever is interested, please get in touch with the Leaders for India organization mobile number. I'll just leave the mobile number here in the chat as well. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ravi Garu. Thank you, Satprakash Garu. Thanks, Nag. Thanks for all the questions. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you all for joining in. I hope you have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you.
Or lovely night. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah,
See
thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
everyone, for joining and taking your time.
Thank
Really
you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Kiran. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.